For those curious, my girlfriend is no longer in the picture. She
Right.
cracked due to low risk tolerance, so I've decided to go all in on the business. She cracked due to low risk tolerance. That's
Cheese is high risk. I'm going to say
high
it.
risk tolerance. I initially tried to return the wheel to the distributor to recoup some capital, thinking they'd have some pity. They were actually considering it until they came out to look at it in my truck. Apparently, the minor heat damage I caused to the paraffin wax while trying to open last week compromised the wheel, which was already non-refundable in the first place. Since I'm now stuck with a 140-pound, $30,000 asset, I had to pivot to asset protection and keep what I still have. I went out and bought a true TBB 2HC 59-inch solid door back bar cooler, a professional digital temperature humidity controller, and industrial humidifier, a vacuum sealer, and ripening mats. Total cost was about $8,500.
That's all
This man blew his money on the cheese.
On cheese. Expensive, yes, but I wasn't going to let a $30,000 investment depreciate value. I've started to notice that this is a thing that dudes do, and it's just if they use these certain words, they think
assets, the
that they're being
value.
smart. It's like, no, man, you spent money on
cheese. And now a cooler. And
You're
now
depreciating value. You're talking about the cheese is melting in your truck.
You got melted
That's
cheese in
what
your
is happening.
You got the inside of a mozzarella stick all over the back of your truck.
You stop saying asset. You have cheese in your truck.
It's a cheese.
Stop it. Whenever a guy comes to you and if you have a cousin, everybody has a cousin who's probably doing this, coming at you with those words, they don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, so he's now blown all of his money. The delivery was difficult. My apartment door is narrow, so I had to take the door entirely off the hinges and shimmy the cooler into the living room. I had maybe a millimeter of clearance between the frame and the unit. I was exhausted and excited, so I started researching installation on my phone before putting my front door back on. That's when my landlord walked in. Apparently, he believes my door being off the hinges somehow removes my reasonable right to privacy. We already have a strained relationship because of my own use of the unit. He still holds a grudge because I was doing some light metal fabrication with a consumer plasma cutter in my kitchen a few months ago.
What are you doing? What are we doing?
What even is a plasma cutter? It sounds awesome.
He's starting to win me over. I'm starting to. This guy,
crazy enough.
Look, Kramer here is pretty awesome.
He's
Literally.
like, just because there's no door and no hinges, doesn't have the right to look in my apartment that he owns.
He saw the cooler, the vacuum sealer, and the wheel of heritage cheese and started crying about commercial operations and fire hazards. I told him very clearly, the cheese is for personal consumption. There is nothing in my lease that limits how much dairy a tenant can own. He's lying.
That's a lie, Maury.
The next morning, I found an eviction notice in my mailbox. It's riddled with spelling errors as if written in a haste.